Okay, so this is the continuation. So the third one is the equity. So it is a residual interest of the owners in the assets of the business, and it is also called as capital. So we have this term related to equity. So the first one is common stock. A common stock is a security which represents the ownership in a corporation. Those who own the common stock of our corporation are called common stockholders. So if you are a stockholder, you have this right to vote in a stockholders meeting, right to receive dividends or simply the profits, then preemptive right, which is the right to be offered first to buy additional shares in the event of a future issuance. So this maybe you will become a preferred one to be to buy this certain stock. So this is also called preferred stock. So as you can see, if you have this common stock, for instance, uh the most or maybe familiar entity is the Petron, San Miguel Corporation, and the huge corporation. They will announce to the public that they will sell this portion of stock, and that is common. The the common stock will give you the right, the rights rather that are enumerated a while ago. So, for instance, if you have this certificate of common stock, you are partly owner of that certain corporation. So this comes in a certain piece of paper included or including the number of shares you have or stocks you have. So we have here all common stocks comes with a par value. This is the legal nominal value assigned to it, and it is illegal for it to be issued for less than this price. So talking about par value, if you have this certain certificate of stock that you acquired from a certain corporation, for instance, you have there 1,000 stock. So it is included in that certain certificate. So what is or what is the value of this? For instance, in the market, the value of that stock is 5,000, 5,000 per share. So the par value of that certain amount or certain stock is the face value of that certain in the current market. So if you sell that one less than its price, then that is illegal. For instance, you have a certificate worth of 1,000 shares and you let your friend buy that one at 2,500 only, but the stock market has its face value of 5,000. Then there is something wrong with that, and that is illegal. If mabalaan mo that you sell that one in the lesser price that is stipulated in the stock market. Okay. Okay, we have this preferred stock. It represents the number of preferred shares issued and outstanding multiplied by the stock's fair value. it represents ownership in the corporation. Preferred stockholders are the owners of the preferred stocks. Common stocks and preferred stocks differed in some ways, like in preferred stocks, preference as to corporate dividends and or liquidation. For example, if the corporation declares dividend, the preferred stockholders are given priority compared to the common stockholder. Preferred shares always come with a stated interest and par value. So this is also classification of stock, the common and preferred. So if you own a preferred stocks, you have an edge compared to common. Why? Because in some areas or in some corporation, they let preferred stockholders to decide on its dividends and other liquidation. Dividends comes with profit sharing. So if you own this preferred stock, you are maybe uh, ahead of that certain common stockholder. Okay. Additional paid-in capital. It is also called share premium. Additional paid-in capital is the excess over par value contributed by the business shareholders in a stock issue. So additional paid-in capital from the term additional. So it is exists or you're adding something, okay? You're adding something out of the given capital. For instance, um, there is or there is a certain shareholder who wants to sell his or her stock. So there are also issues regarding to that as to who will be given the priority. But in most in the book, they prefer or they would love to uh, let the preferred stockholders buy because they are the priority. So if if you are the buyer of the certain stock, you give additional payment, and that becomes your additional capital. Okay. Another one is retained earnings. So retained earnings represent accumulated net income from the operation over the several period. It is a measure of how much the company earned since day one of its operation. Sometimes a company's investor or shareholders will want to reap the benefits of their investment. When the company gains or progress over several periods, give back to its shareholders and declare dividends. This action will decrease the retained earning. So again, if you're familiar with the accounting equation, which part of the accounting equation do we have this certain retained earnings? By the way, retained earnings are profit or gains that was not given to the shareholders or the owners. And this if this is not given, then it will be part of your capital. So, for instance, in a certain corporation, we have varied owners, and they declare that we have, or for instance, the president or the CEO declares how many millions, for instance, 1 million gain or 1 million income from a whole cycle or in a year, and the body decided to have 20% of that certain amount to be retained. Okay, so the 20% becomes the retained earnings, and it will not be included in the dividends or in the profit sharing. So it will go back as part of the equity. Okay. Income or revenue, we have the equity will increase because of the result of income, revenues, gains, or capital contribution. Revenues are recognized when incurred and when entity already incurs the related expenses. So income or revenue raises or is a result of this one increase in capital, because if you earn or the company earns, then the profit or the gain increases, and the earnings also, as what I've said kanina, that if it will be retained, it will go back as capital contributions or as part of their capital. Okay, revenues can be classified as follows. Operating revenue, these are the revenues originated from main business, business operations like sales, service revenue, and so on. So please take note of this operating thing, because in making financial statements, we will be classifying as to its uses for investing, operating, and so on. And another one is non-operating revenue. These are results of some activities like interest revenue, rent revenue of a business that engaged in the renting industry, which do not originate from the main business operations. So this is just somewhat like side trip. This is a revenue that doesn't really from your main business. So that is why it became non-operating revenue. Example of revenue accounts, we have sales revenue, mainly from selling, service revenue, source of revenue for business that render services. So example of the service business, parehas spa, where services are offered, and the payment of that certain or the amount received becomes the service revenue. Interest revenue, this has to do